it's Dr. Metzler here, and today I'm going to demonstrate for you the lab that says what are the products of a chemical reaction. That's what it says at the top of your paper. And at this point, everyone should have predicted what reactions, which of these ionic solutions you can combine to get a precipitate based on your reading of the table of solubilities that you have on the paper. So I'll just show that briefly. Table of solubilities, and you all have made predictions about which compounds you can combine to get the double replacement reaction. So what I have here is I have everything all set up. Now I have more combinations than you've actually made yourselves or predicted yourselves, because you only had to do 4. But I'm doing every combination here that can produce a precipitation reaction. And so as you see, I have it set up here so that I have sodium iodide here, sodium chloride here, sodium hydroxide here, and sodium phosphate here. So what that means, for instance, is that these 3 wells all have sodium iodide. These 3 all have sodium chloride, etc. And what I am going to add is I'm going to add the calcium chloride to all of these wells, the nickel chloride to all these wells, and the lead nitrate to all these wells, and you can watch and see what happens. All right, so I'm ready to start with the calcium chloride, and I'm going to just go ahead and put a dropper full in here like this. Let's see what happens. You can get nice and close so that they can see what's going on here as I add them. Just take note of what you see happening in the wells. And you're going to describe what you see on the relevant part of your lab write-up. Okay, so here we go with the nickel chloride. And I'm not saying much here because I want you to make your observations. What are you seeing when these solutions are mixed together? Okay, so, and there's nickel and the sodium iodide. So some give precipitation reactions, in other words, a double replacement that gives an insoluble product. Others don't. Now I'm going to be working with the lead. So watch what happens here. Okay, now you may notice something about these precipitates. Let's see what kind of precipitates we get, especially with the lead, and watch this one. There we go, that was unexpected. Okay, now what you can see here is that you actually have different kinds of precipitates, and I want you to see what words you can use to describe them. For instance, this one doesn't really look the same as this one, and this one is only a little bit of a reaction, right? So I don't want you to just say they're all cloudy. Some of them are clumpier looking than others, and of course there's one that's very colorful. You'll also still see a little bit of color here from the nickels. And I just want to say the transition metals have a tendency to form colored solutions when they're ionic and colored precipitates. So I think you have enough information now that you can go ahead and finish your write-up and say whether your predictions of which of these reactions, which of these combinations would give an insoluble product were correct. All right, that's great. Enjoy.